Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a little bit of an interesting PlayStation 5 Pro topic. Now, as you guys probably know, the PlayStation 5 Pro exists, and as well, there's other various types of, technology that can kind of go compete with it. Whether it's a PC, which a lot of people kind of favor towards, and a lot of people are comparing of, why would I buy a PS5 Pro when I could just go buy a PC? As well as other various things too, such as Xbox is competing with them, the Switch for mobile, Lenovo Go, Steam Decks, or even as well just buying things like Jenga. I mean, there's always options out there. But right now, we actually saw a pretty intriguing thing where number one, there's 4 big topics, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not sure entirely how to go and label this video or title it, so whatever it is, just hope you guys don't hate on it. But there's a few intriguing things. Number one, discuss the fact that it kind of seems like PlayStation is not really expecting as many sales due to the high price point, and as well just the fact that it's more of a specialized product. And as well also the fact that there was a really big PC versus PS5 Pro kind of big comparison. If you guys kind of saw the initial release window, I'm sure you guys would probably agree. We saw a lot of that on the overall just vibe and ecosystem of stuff. And as well kind of just talk about the fact that I don't know, it's kind of weird because it seemingly shows that Sony isn't too worried about PC. They still think their console sales are doing great. And I kind of just go talk about the overall vibe, I guess, of how some of these PlayStation games have done good on PC, on Steam, if it's good. Well, I don't know, just kind of like a lot of stuff to cover in this video. So if you guys will, I guess, kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy it. As well, one thing I want to go ask in the future too as well, how do you guys ever watch my videos? I'm kind of curious if you guys want to leave a comment, one of the specifically, I'd love to know. Are you guys just at work, in the background, you kind of come home from work, you're watching a video, you were in class or in school, I just fall asleep to my videos? I don't know, honestly, I'd probably actually love to go fall asleep to my own videos because I feel like I kind of fit the vibe of what I would fall asleep to. I watch usually a lot of RuneScape videos, a lot of random questions. I was kind of curious. I want to go through all the comments down below. If you guys read any, I'd love to see them. So subscribe if you guys are new, subscribe if you guys want to be entered for the PS5 Pro giveaway for the Christmas season. We have all the affiliate links down below for the pros. You guys want to go pick one up, PS5s for sale, etc., etc. And let's go dive on into it. So there was a very intriguing topic that came out here not too long ago. Sony says that there is no trend of PlayStation users switching to PC, and there's also no big risk of a player outflow. Now, the main big idea of this is that there is a big kind of curiosity of who's going to be buying the PS5 Pro. It's a very expensive console, 700 buckaroos, and I kind of have the idea of rich people who really like PlayStation, and then also people who never had a PlayStation 5 yet, and they're just like, hey, I'll go and splurge and spend a few extra 200 bucks and go get my console that way. I think that is the general vibe. I think there's a lot of people, first-time users buying the Pro, a few people switching on over, and I'm sure a lot of PC people, if they don't mind, are probably chill on staying on PC. And that's where it's kind of an intriguing trend, because they're basically trying to say hey, there's no big deal. It doesn't matter, PC people are chilling. But there is an intriguing thing too, because there's also a statement from PlayStation saying, hey, we're probably not going to even sell as much as we expect, and the PS5 is still our main bread and butter, which would make sense too as well. Mainly because that Pro is usually there for a Pro. If you could go get a PS5, which you can right now, the link down below, just saying a little shill, but you get that for 300 bucks, 350 bucks. I think it's 375 actually, but it's not a bad price in comparison to a $700 console that does pretty much the same stuff, depending. People are pretty okay with that. But over here, Sony has now addressed concerns about the PlayStation 5 console sales figures, and then also denied the rumors that long-time PlayStation gamers are abandoning the platform in favor of gaming PCs. Basically, the big idea is that hey, if you can get a lot of the same similar stuff that you can get on PlayStation, just go buy a PC. You get different options. You get Steam, you get different, better graphics. You can run mods in a lot of big games, which is probably the biggest selling point, I'd say, for a lot of folks for PC, whether besides the ease of access and everything all being collectively together, or some people like me who are maybe horrendously addicted to League of Legends, World of Warcraft, Counter-Strike 2, all those always various bigger games out there that are very established on the PC side, Dota 2, whatever. Well, some people are losers like me. I play a lot of League, and I definitely played the most recent World of Warcraft expansion. I do that a lot on my Twitch, don't judge me. But the idea behind is they're kind of assuming is everyone just at some point going to move to PC? And I still always want to say there's a big grouping of people who just enjoy consoles. They either grew up on it, or as well, they just enjoy the vibe of having their big screen TV, using it as an overall media entertainment vibe, getting things like Netflix, getting things like games, or also maybe their buddies are on console, whatever it might be, it's a vibe. But as well, we also have been seeing a bigger influx of people coming over to Steam and even buying the games, PC users playing these big games like Spider-Man or God of War or Last of Us or whatever it might be. And I want to go bring up those numbers really quick. So basically right now they're basically saying in a shareholder meeting as well a while ago, the company commented that they haven't observed a trend of PlayStation owners hopping over to PC, nor do they really see it as a big risk, which makes sense. For some odd reason, the Xbox probably because they've been trying to integrate with PC, or don't forget they also own Windows, has seen a pretty big, I guess, when it comes to Game Pass and Xbox users. It makes sense, though, if they're probably going to be losing some of their Xbox crowd for PC because they're trying to push the idea of anything and everything as an Xbox. Makes logical sense. But for some background, a recent discourse in Japan, especially a lot of Japan is a little bit concerned, has suggested that people are opting to pick up other consoles or even gaming PCs instead of PlayStation 5s. These concerns were triggered by Sony putting up its price of its standard PS5 models up by 13,000 yen in Japan, and has prompted PS5 shortages and increased Xbox sales, and has run up to the price change going to effect as of September 2nd, a few months back. Basically saying like, hey, once again, why am I spending this extra money on a PS5 or a Pro when I can just go get a PC? You can sit there, go get a PC, get better specs, get an Xbox, maybe even if it's the same normal, like if you have to go pay $600 versus $500, you might go get an Xbox instead. And as well, when they revealed the PS5 Pro price was also going to be 120,000 yen, gaming PC retailers in Japan took the opportunity to convince customers that a PC would be a better choice. And that's kind of a big deal. And then Japanese social media was also awash with concerns about the price, with people basically championing the merits of gaming PC over PS5. And that's kind of crazy because it is true. But at the same time, a lot of the big selling points on PlayStation are the exclusives and the comfiness of the being in your house, and if your friends are already there. And with Sony being a Japanese-based company, there's a pretty okay install base in Japan as well. But one thing to also kind of note too is that while the PC sales are doing good, they're not like insane. Like you're gonna definitely get a lot more on PlayStation. That's probably a good vibe. So you don't have to also, then PlayStation doesn't have to go and take its cut from, say, Steam. Steam definitely does take a cut off of every game sale. It's good enough to be like you should still sell it, but that's probably why they wait like a year or two. So a good example over here is that, at least for, say, Spider-Man, it sold over 1.5 million copies on PC. That is phenomenal. That is great. But I also kind of feel like Spider-Man's a little bit more of a general hero, general game versus, say, like Horizon, God of War, or Last of Us. Obviously, Kratos and all these people are very well known, but I mean, it's kind of hard to compete with Spider-Man, let's be honest. But like that would say is a pretty good win. But if you go to say The Last of Us, these numbers are probably a little bit lower too as well, because some of these are like on the outdated side, but just for numbers to look at. Apparently it's over around 370,000 units. Realistically, a little bit higher than that, most likely. But like, that's relatively kind of low. Still great. Like, some games would be very thankful to even hit that, let alone a remake, let alone a game that was already available on a console platform for my console exclusive. But like, it's not as crazy as you'd expect. Like, it's not that as crazy, believe it or not. Or things like Helldivers, where apparently Helldivers was the 7th highest grossing game over there. Although, this is on the opposite. Like, some games like The Last of Us may have not done insanely well, but things like Helldivers actually went very viral on Steam, on PC. So it's kind of offering a few different perspectives on it, because they're saying without PC, it wouldn't even rank among the top 20 PlayStation games. That's crazy. Like, it kind of shows the power and also the pain of PC. And that's why kind of things get everything about on the crazier side. Because they're saying questions about this PS5 was actually they want to address it. They want to talk about it. And its sales performance were brought up in a recent Q&A session at Sony's November shareholders meeting. In response, Sony reported that they are on track to meet their annual PS5 sales target of 18 million units. Once again, saying like they're probably just assuming the PS5 is going to be kind of doing its bread and butter. They also added that they observed a healthy trend of PS4 users upgrading as well to the PS5. So still all these people who have maybe been sitting on their consoles and winning their consoles for a while, they're still able to go get this stuff all done. They're chilling. They're having a good day. They're like, yeah, we still getting this acquisition. Games look better on the PS5. The PS5 Pro's out, and they're seeing these sales, like right now, as I mentioned down below. And then furthermore, these users tend to buy more games when they make the transition between console generations. Basically being like, hey, it's been 3 years. I should get a PS5. I'm going to buy like 5 games. They may be on sale. You're worth it. As for the concerns that PlayStation users are picking up PCs instead of PS5s, Sony said that we didn't confirm any such trend at the time, nor do we see it as a major risk. As for the PS5 Pro, it's a hefty 120,000 yen price tag. Sony states that the more powerful version of the PS5 is targeted at the high-end market of core gamers. Therefore, they're not expecting a large number of PS5 Pro units and their overall PS5 sales as of this year. So that's almost one I wish I can like make my video topic and talk about, but it's weird if I bring it up in the last second. But like, it's crazy. Like, I mean, overall, the PS5 Pro has actually sold better in Japan so far, based on the initial numbers we saw. It actually sold more than the PS5, but that also was kind of more in the launch weeks. We'll see if that tapers down. But it's crazy to go and see because we're still fighting with the PC. I still think if they keep on releasing games on Steam, more people will probably just lock into a PC compared to, like, say, a PS6. I'm sure the PS6 is going to do phenomenal. I'm sure it's going to do great, and it probably will be one of the better selling consoles. But with also Xbox not competing as much, I'm curious on how much neck and neck they're going to go, and I'll be also very curious to see the Switch too, because it has been quite a while for a Switch, and we'll have to see. But either way, it looks like the PS5 Pro is not going to be Sony's bread and butter, but we kind of expected that. It seems like PC, in my opinion, they might be kind of like cheesing a little bit. I do think PC is going to take more market share slowly but surely over time, but I don't think PlayStation 6 is going to have too much of a big issue. Well, maybe I want to see like a PS7 or the next Xbox, next Xbox, that's kind of word to say, on go from there. But I want to hear your thoughts. A little bit of a random ramble over here. I think PC itself is going to be a big breadwinner. I want to hear your thoughts down below. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have all the Twitters and Twitches for the bonus giveaway entries, all the affiliate links down below. Appreciate y'all for watching.